Hello and welcome to Hawthorne Elementary School in Kennewick, Washington. And thank you for allowing us to introduce you to Ready for Kindergarten, a program of the National Children's Reading Foundation. Ready for Kindergarten is just what the name describes. It's a program that helps children to be ready for kindergarten and formal education. But instead of putting the youngsters in classes and giving them drills and exercises to get them ready for formal education, Ready for Kindergarten is for the parents of children from birth to age 5. Ready for Kindergarten is described in the book Delivering on the Promise, a 10-year account of the Kennewick School District's efforts to get 90% of its students up to reading and math standards. Ready is the gemstone of that effort, and you'll see why right now.
The experiences you give them actually determine the brain wiring. That's the other amazing developmental thing. And when you stimulate a child's thinking and reactions to colors and sounds and the phonemes and all the other things that you'll be doing, their brain wires itself to deal with those objects, so when they get to kindergarten, it's old stuff. Kindergarten's easy because they're used to it, yeah, and that's what we want.
National reading research shows that schools are doing a good job of producing annual growth for low as well as for high-achieving students. But the studies contain both good and bad news. While all students are making annual growth, the problem is that the scores reflect very little, if any, catch-up growth by those who need the most help. The ongoing challenge, then, is to remediate the students who have been behind ever since kindergarten, and to throw more and more money into remediation efforts isn't the answer. After all, trying to play catch-up with those students who are behind while bringing in another kindergarten class each year with its percentage of students who don't have the necessary skills to be successful in school is like trying to row a leaking dinghy while bailing at the same time. Until we plug the leaks, the people in the boat aren't going to get very far. The answer is to have children be ready for kindergarten before they even set foot on a school campus.
And historically that has been in fact what occurred, is children who were behind stayed behind. Because the reality is if you're 3 years behind and everybody makes a year's worth of growth, you're still 3 years behind. The good news is that you're still only 3 years behind, but you didn't catch up. And it's really difficult to make the same growth that everybody else makes, plus make more growth without time. And so that's what we've done as a strategy. But as we've done that, we've said, wouldn't it make sense to start earlier?
So every year, thousands of parents, grandparents, and legal guardians sign up for Ready for Kindergarten classes based on the age of their child. Classes are offered for parents of children who are between the ages of birth and 5 years old, and the goal of every 90-minute class in the 15-lesson series is to show parents how they can better prepare their children for success in school.
Many programs are available where 3 or 4-year-olds attend a class and the parents are sort of out of the loop. In this program, it's the parents who come to school, get the information, and then they can go home and apply it for their own child, because no one knows that child better than their parents. And they'll know what interests the children have or what they think is appropriate at that time. Another interesting but real vital aspect of the Ready program is that we have this component from 0 to 3 years old. So where many programs focus on a little older child, they're missing what is considered to be the most powerful learning period in the life of a human being, which is those first 3 years of life. Scientists tell us those years lay the foundation for all future learning.
Dean and Sarah Moody have 3 children between the ages of 6 months and 4 years old. The Moodys have been attending Ready classes for the last 2 years, and they've turned Ready classes into family outings. Every time they attend a class, the 2 older children enjoy activities in a child care center that is staffed by members of the local Boys and Girls Club. Many of the games in the child care center are based on Ready concepts. The youngest child, 6-month-old Arabella, goes with Dean and Sarah to the Ready classroom.
Tell me how you could engage your child going through this book to make it really interesting, and is there any vocabulary in here that you might work on? Okay, now what about, let's see, let's go to the page on salami, Swiss cheese. Have you stopped to tell them? Or when you're in the grocery store the next time, go by the deli so you can show them what salami looks like and get a taste. Remember, we want to involve as many senses as possible. Makes things more memorable, stick longer. Okay. There's a lot of good colors in here. Even the covers are interesting, aren't they? Okay. Oh, and there's a little science in here too, isn't there? Turning into a butterfly. Talking about that process. Okay, there's a lot to talk about while we read just even this simple story that will not only increase vocabulary, but also give them a chance to practice language as you draw them in the story and let them comment.
Ready classes provide parents with the latest research into how children learn and show them that reading and playing with youngsters is so very important in laying the foundation for a successful start in school. During the class, all parents receive several new age-appropriate tools, which are really just toys that stimulate learning. When parents take home these toys and start using them when they're playing with their children, the kids won't realize it, but they're picking up some pretty important skills.
We make it simple. We don't want them to actually be doing school at home. We want their everyday life to be a learning experience. If we make them aware, then so many of those things become more intentional. Just like getting ready for bed and talking about, you know, what they're doing, putting things in order, getting dressed for the day, talking about the colors they're wearing, looking at shapes and things throughout their day, going to the grocery store and seeing all the text that's all over, all the different colors and shapes that they see in the grocery store.
As I've seen our kids take the concepts and the ideas and grasp them, I think it'd be a great tool for parents that are sometimes pulling their hair out saying, I can't get my kid to sit for 2 seconds and look at this. Well, maybe instead of just handing them a book and leaving them alone, sit down and interact with them, because you can draw them in, you can draw their attention into the activity, and before you know it, they're learning right along with you. And that's what's so great about it.
But I think learning to play with a purpose has helped me to know that if I spend just even 20 minutes a day with them reading, if I spend just 5 minutes a day with them playing with shapes or textures, things that they can feel, that it will really help them and encourage them and mature their brain in ways that I was not aware of before.
And that's the strength of Ready. Instructors show parents that everyday activities provide innumerable learning opportunities for all children, and that the way parents interact with their children is critical in preparing them for school.
You hear that babies aren't born with instruction manuals, and so at Ready we've made an instruction manual for parents, at least on cognitive development or intellectual development. And that's what folks are coming to hear. Many times parents will be encouraged because they are already doing excellent interactions with their children, and then other parents have kind of an aha moment, like, it never occurred to me to talk to my baby while we were dressing him or bathing him or whatever.
Ready's fast-paced lessons, the handouts and toys to take home, and the discussions between the parents and the instructors during classes, it's resulted in a program that kindergarten teachers say is bringing children to school ready to learn.
So I think we're changing the culture, and I think I see some changes now, but I think I'm going to really see the difference after they've been in the Ready program from birth to 5. I have kids now that parents have gone for a couple of years, but wow, the difference it'll be when they've gone for 5 years.
And if the children are ready for school on the first day of kindergarten, teachers don't have to spend valuable time and districts don't have to spend a lot of money in remediation.
When you stop and think about that, we spend about $4,000 a student for mediation a year. A couple of hundred upfront investment is pretty darn cost effective.
But for parents in the Ready for Kindergarten program, it's about a lot more than money.
I think it gives you simple and easy things that are easy. I mean, I'm a mom of 3 with 3 kids under the age of 5. I'm busy, you know, but it gives me little things that I can do every day with them that will help them so that when they go into kindergarten, they are ready, they are prepared, they will excel. And what parent doesn't want that?
Thank you for allowing us to introduce you to our innovative Ready for Kindergarten program. In just a moment, you'll be given the opportunity to view complete interviews with some of the people who you've seen featured in this presentation. You'll also be given contact information if you would like to reach Ready for Kindergarten officials personally. We hope you've enjoyed learning about Ready for Kindergarten, and again, we thank you for your interest in our program.